Oh, how would an agile coach manage overlapping iterations? Iterations, sprints, whatever you want to call them. You've got teams working to different cadences. How do you manage it? Well, that's easy. You don't. That's not on you. So we can throw that away. What are you doing in this situation? So imagine you've got teams working on different products. They've come up with, maybe you've got a team working a 3-week cadence and a 2-week cadence. You're probably throwing a Kanban team who threw cadences out the window a few months ago because it wasn't working for them. What are you doing in this situation? Well, if they are truly working on different products, look at them individually. Okay? What does that team that's in a 2-week iteration need from you? The 3-week, the Kanban team, whatever. Okay? People think that they all have to work together. Why? They need to work in the way that is best for them as a team. We need to work around that. Okay? We're human, we're fallible, we're going to get stuff wrong, but what we have to do first and foremost is put their needs and their wishes first. Okay? So get out of your head, if there is at all this idea that they all need to do it in the same way to make your life easier. Because then you're really optimizing for you, which is the antithesis of what we do. We don't optimize for any individual, no matter where they sit in an organization. We are there to create an environment where product development can happen effectively. Okay? So efficiency is going to take a back seat here, particularly ours. You're going to get some pains. Okay? Because a 2-week and a 3-week sprint, occasionally they're going to overlap and you're going to have to make judgment calls. Say they're both doing Scrum. Whose review do I go to? Whose retrospective do I go to? Whose planning do I go to? Well, I can't tell you which one to go to because I don't know the teams that you're looking at. You know those teams. So you need to work it out. And if you can't do it on your own, and it's perfectly fair to realise that you can't do that, you need to talk to the teams. Who needs the support? Why do they need that support? Can you support them in other ways than being sat in the meeting with them? Okay? So the way that I tend to work it is, people tell me chaotic. I actually think it's quite straightforward. I will talk to the people in those teams. What support do they need in the coming iterations? Okay. And then at some point I'm going to be making judgment calls. I'm going to be deciding I'm going to prioritise that team over this team because it's newer, because it's got a bigger change, because it's getting more attention and it needs a little bit more overhead support from somebody. But whatever reason, I'm going to be very open and honest. I'm not coming to your planning, I'm coming to their planning because of these reasons. And if you disagree with them, let's have that chat in the room now. Right? Because maybe I don't know everything. It's come up occasionally that I don't believe in. But stuff happens. I don't know it. Okay. So it does seem chaotic from the outside, but all I'm really doing is I'm prioritising my time, and that's really all we've got. Okay? I can work with these teams, and I can work with all of them, and I can work with many, many teams in this approach because they're not all in the same place in their journeys. They don't all need equal attention all of the time. I aim for those teams to have some team level coach with them, some sort of scrum master or whatever, who is giving them their full attention and doing a great job. And then that means that I, as an agile coach, can support that scrum master, support the product owner, support the team when it's needed, directly and indirectly, because I can have regular chats with 1 or 2 members and not the whole team. So it sounds like I'm trying to push the work onto other people. And I'll be honest, I am. I'm lazy. I'm a coach. Okay? I always go back to the mantra of coaches don't do. Other people do. But that doesn't actually make me lazy. What I'm trying to do is make the most effective use of my time. So understanding who needs support and when they need it. Okay? And being available to provide that support. It's hard. Okay? Because in the thick of it, there's lots of competing questions, lots of competing conversations. What I'm trying to do is build into everything some slack to have that interruptible space. So even if I've got other meetings around an organisation, I'm always going to make sure every day I've got an hour or so spare that is uncalled for and unbooked. So that when that thing happens with that team, I can say, all right, I can't deal with you now. I can't have a chat now. Really sorry, I'm dealing with this team or whatever it is. But at 3 o'clock today, I'll be there. I'll come, we'll have that chat. Hopefully that's soon enough. And if it's not, and if the building's burning down, then of course I'm going to stop it and I'm going to switch tracks to help where I can. But many Agile coaches believe they need to spin all those plates all the time on their own, and they don't. There are many people involved in these teams and around these teams supporting them. What we need to do is work out what's the right type of support for the right people at the right time. It takes skill. It takes, more importantly, experience and practice. You get good at this by doing it and getting it wrong, and taking time out to have a look at what worked and what didn't through your day, through your week, through your month, through the whole engagement. Okay? Reflecting on it, taking away the lessons and working out what are the positive actions you can take forwards to be better next time. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.